Police searching a Kent woodland area after a Metropolitan Police constable was arrested on Tuesday night in connection with the disappearance of 33-year-old Sarah Everard have discovered what's been described as human remains. The remains were found by search teams in an area of woodland in Ashford in Kent, and the family is said to have, quite rightly, been devastated by the news. The remains have yet to be forensically examined to prove that they are Sarah's, but also we still must be cautious about what we think. But generally, if the police are searching a particular area, it's because they believe they will find something, and in this case they have. Met Commissioner Dame Cressida Dick announced the discovery last night, saying that she and the rest of the force were utterly appalled at the dreadful news and the suspected involvement of one of their own colleagues in Miss Everard's disappearance. Bojo said, "I am shocked and deeply saddened by the developments in the Sarah Everard investigation. Like the whole country, my thoughts are with her family and friends. We must work fast to find all the answers to this horrifying crime." 48-year-old Metropolitan Diplomatic Protection firearms pig, Wayne Couzens, was still in police custody being quizzed over the disappearance after he was arrested in Dill on Tuesday night. Due to the disappearance occurring in Clapham, South London, police are said to have increased patrols to reassure women of their safety. Yeah, like more potential killers on the streets are going to help the women feel safer. A Reclaim These Streets protest will be held on Saturday, demanding action to make public places safer for women, which the police will no doubt allow to go ahead before dishing out another unlawful £10,000 penalty, which will later be withdrawn, along with another public apology from Dame Cressida Rugmuncher. Couzens was initially arrested on suspicion of kidnap before being further arrested on Wednesday on suspicion of murder, before the remains of the body were found last night. He was also being investigated for an offence of indecent exposure, which kind of gives you a good idea of the kind of people being allowed into the police force these days. Along with Couzens, a woman in her 30s was also arrested at the property in Dill, who was arrested on suspicion of assisting an offender.
I want to start by saying that my thoughts and prayers are with Sarah Everard's family and her friends at this incredibly difficult and painful time. As you are aware, a man has been arrested on suspicion of Sarah's murder. This evening, detectives and search teams investigating Sarah's disappearance have found, very sadly, what appears to be human remains. The discovery was made in an area of woodland in Ashford in Kent. As you can imagine, at this early stage we are not able to confirm any identity, and indeed that may take us some considerable time. Specialist officers have been with Sarah's family to update them on the investigation and to continue to give them the best support we possibly can. The news today that it was a Metropolitan Police officer who was arrested on suspicion of Sarah's murder has sent shockwaves and anger through the public and through the Met. I speak on behalf of all my colleagues when I say that we are utterly appalled at this dreadful, dreadful news. Our job is to patrol the streets and to protect people. Sarah's disappearance in these awful and wicked circumstances, I know, are every family's worst nightmare. Londoners will want to know that it is thankfully incredibly rare for a woman to be abducted from our streets. But I completely understand that despite that, women in London and the wider public, perhaps particularly those in the area where Sarah went missing, will be worried and may be feeling scared. You should expect to see continued increased police patrols in the area, as well, of course, as continued large-scale investigative activity. Please do report any concerns you may have, whatever they may be, to us.
Such a sad story and a waste of life, but I've no doubt that until something drastic happens with the police in this country, until the police are held more accountable, until the police lose the idea that they are untouchable, then this horrific incident certainly won't be the last. Big thank you to channel supporters, especially these guys. Your support is truly appreciated. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts, as I know many of you will. And until next time, stay safe, look after each other, film the police and other officials.